Hello, my name is Tom Dixon. I'm here to talk to you today about a new guest service program called First Impressions. But before I get into First Impressions, let me start by thanking each and every one of you for the quality of your work and the quality of the service that you've given us, or if you're a new employee, hopefully that you will be giving us this season. We really appreciate everything you do, and we're glad to have you as part of our company. First Impressions is a new guest service program that we've just recently introduced. And as you might imagine, the name First Impression refers to the concept you only get one chance to make a first impression. And guess what? You're the people who make the first impression on virtually everybody that walks into the ballpark today. And we want to make sure that first impression is right. So what do we ask from you? There's one thing that we would ask you to do, and there's one thing that I'm going to promise to you. Let me start with what we would ask of you, and frankly, it's something you already know how to do. We want you to think about every guest that walks into the ballpark tonight and all season long as a guest in your own home. And you all have people come over, and let me give you a couple of examples of what I mean by that. If somebody walked into your home and rang the doorbell and you opened the door, you probably wouldn't just walk up and say, "May I help you?" You'd probably look at them, you'd give them a warm smile, and you'd say, "Hey, great to have you here tonight. What can I get for you?" Or some variation of that. We want you to start thinking about everybody that comes in as a guest in your house. Let me give you another example. Let's say you have a guest in your house and they drop a wine or they drop a soda on the floor. What are you going to do? You're not going to say, "Let me go get somebody to clean that up for you." You're probably going to run over and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me clean that up for you and get you another one." Right? Starting to get the idea? Let's give you a final example. Let's say the food doesn't look like it's going over really well, or you have some appetizers out and they're starting to get cold. What are you going to do? You're not going to just say, "Well, go see the manager." You're probably going to say, "Let me get some more food out for you. Let me get something you want. Let me replace that and get you another one." Right? You're starting to understand what we're talking about, the difference between treating somebody as just a fan and treating somebody as a guest in your house. That's where we want to go with this. So, if that's what we're asking from you, what am I going to promise you? We're going to promise you that if you start thinking of all these fans as guests in your house, in the stadium here tonight, I will promise you that we're going to give you the power to do whatever you think is necessary to make sure that guest has a great experience and is happy. If you think the right thing to do is to get them another drink because they spilled it, then go do it. If you think the best thing to do is to get them another entree because theirs was cold, then go do it. Do whatever you think is necessary, and I promise you personally that you will be empowered to do that. So with that one request and that one promise, go out and make everybody's experience at the ballpark tonight fabulous, because as I said, you only get one chance to make a first impression.